What is R2D2? I know you thought the same thing I first thought. A cute little robot from a movie we know, but it's not. It's actually a constructivist ID model. Jerry Willis set out to create and develop an instructional model that would reflect a more collaborative and reflective design model. The acronym R2D2 stands for Recursive, Reflective, Design, and Development. The key principles of the R2D2 model are, first, we have recursive. Recursive because this model is a non-linear model, which means you can enter at any point of the triangle. Secondly is reflective, a continuous cycle allowing for a flow of ideas. Thirdly is participatory design. Everyone, including the students, are involved in the design process. As you can see in this diagram, Willis's principles create the impossible triangle. This triangle represents the non-linear approach and allows entry to the model at any point. So let's look at the activities that work recursively in this triangle. You have design. A design team is created, but no experts or specialists are involved or a part of the process. The design team works towards a progressive problem solution, therefore creating clearer objectives. Finally, the learning factors are analyzed throughout the process. Design and development. In this area of the triangle, the team will gather and create all the resources, materials, and information to help determine the final instruction. Finally, although not always the last stop, is dissemination. This is where the designs team finalizes the instructional material and how it will be presented. So let's look at a few key principles of a traditional ID model. First, you have that the process is linear. Secondly, the planning is top-down, sequential in nature. The learning objectives will guide the development process. And finally, the goal is providing the predetermined knowledge or learning. These aren't all the principles, but these are some key principles that I wanted to share with you about a traditional ID model. Now let's look at how the constructivist R2D2 model may differ in these same principles. First, the process is recursive, nonlinear, and I've even seen it referred to as chaotic. Planning is reflective and collaborative in nature. The objectives are typically seen generated during the design and development phase. And finally, the goal is in personal understanding. The R2D2 model puts emphasis on the creative process itself, whereas traditional model focuses on developing the objectives before and evaluating the material after developing the instructional materials. In creating this constructivist ID model, Willis wants to represent the values of constructivism as presented by Lebeau. Willis, however, also makes it clear that it isn't an always hard and fast rule or procedure in this process.
Created using Powtoon.